is okay. So I don't know what happened. Um, yeah, I have no idea. Everything just shut down. So sorry about that. We'll do a take two. You get two live streams in one day. Um, yeah. Well, that sucks. Oh my goodness. Hey, that was weird. Sorry about that, everybody. 6x6 is so hot it crashed YouTube. uh, I don't know how to even. I'm hoping this pops up. This is why notification bell is important, so you can see when I go back live. I have no idea what happened. that sucked. Because I don't know if it saved. I don't think it saved the video. I don't think it saved anything. That really kind of sucks. Yes. I'm getting a lot of messages from people. Hey, you crashed. Yes, I did crash. Can't hear me? Anything? Okay. This stuff's gonna kill me tonight. That's for damn sure. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. I don't know what happened. I think that just killed our momentum. I'm sad now. But okay, cool. So I guess we'll just continue. But yeah, 6x6 that crashed YouTube for me. That was exciting. The thing is just big and mean. Okay, cool. But here's what I've been having some fun with. This thing is mean and evil and looks beautiful. On the 6x6 where the rear servos, I'm doing servo and axle for both rear axles, so that's going to be easier. It was just easier than trying to throw in two more servo chassis mounts, worry about pan hearts, and it can be done. I'm lazy. I was not feeling like doing all of that. Jake, it's okay. But yeah, so I'm just going to do servo on axle, both rear. Don't have to worry about any of the other stuff. And pump with their scale points, so it's perfectly fine. But the thing with the bed is, yes, we're going to have to. I want to do a little bit, either cutouts or little kind of humps in it, so the servos have room to come up and everything like that. So Jason, I've gotten a phone call during a live stream before, and it didn't do that. So it's normally kept recording. If I just swipe it up, it does fine. So I don't think that was it. Something else. I don't know if it was, just YouTube. I think YouTube's been having problems and stuff anyway lately, so we're just gonna go with it. But yeah, so the video's up. So yeah, I don't know what happened there. It's kind of weird. So this will just be a take two. I don't know if I'll actually leave this video up. We'll probably just stick with the other one because I don't feel like monitoring two videos because I'm lazy when I want to be. But anyway, so yeah, AR60, not completely done yet. I just used the links that I already had for it. I used the old AR60 on SCX style. I put the links on the outside of the frame rail. which they're actually still plenty out the way, honestly. There is some little bit, I have some clearance with the drive shaft. I need to worry about, get some angles differently, get some links moved out of the way, getting the finishing touches stuff done on it, and go from there. And actually, I just found one of the problems I was having. So, definitely need skinnier drive shafts. I need an MIP, and I think that'll do I might steal an incision off something, because an incision is very, very skinny right there, and that's what I want. Definite work in progress, but it is very, very fun. So it is definitely angry. Just that stance is ridiculous. I would love to get up to it's the only reason I would go to California is to do some crawling and a little bit of off-roading, because I know some of those areas have just some amazing, just one-to-one and our little guys crawling. So that would be super fun to go out there. I could probably survive a few days to a week in California and not go crazy. Probably be fine. I like my freedom here in the Midwest. But AR60 V3, freaking love it. Definite work in progress. Definite build you got to pay attention to and get stuff going. So, Indy, YouTube was getting fit on a few other elections. Okay, cool. I don't feel as bad then. Which is weird because it was working fine, and because when I get another phone call, even if it's through the phone, I can control it through that. I can just swipe up, ignore it through here, and it goes off the phone. And for whatever reason, it did that, and everything just completely froze. Making sure everything's still working there. Okay. But anyways, back to Skittles. Finally got all the links, all the trail links in for this. Front uppers, lowers, rear uppers, got them all done. Came in the mail this week. We got the Trail Servo Saver in purple, which is awesome. It's just one more thing because I know this will take some impact, so that just saves it. I was ordering the Trail lockers, and I still might, but after 3 months being ordered, the axial lockers finally showed up. So I went ahead and grabbed them because I'd already ordered them. So I'll probably just go ahead and use them because they're already here. What up, Kenny? Thanks for tuning in. Take number 2. In addition to that, we got one more part that I finally ordered too, the Trail front upper shock mounts, and also have the upper rear shock mounts. I mean, I went this far with all the Trail stuff, I might as well just finish it off and get everything else. If you were in this big truck a weekend out here, makes me hate it, but I will say I've wheeled some pretty, the wheeling out there is super, super awesome. I have lots of friends, lots of tons of people out in California, and they love it. West Desert Wheeler just dropped a video on the new Right Runner. He does some awesome videos. Yes, I've watched him before. He does some very good stuff. I'm not that talented with the camera. I need to. That's one thing I really want to try to work on maybe this winter, because I won't be stressing out so much about different comps and stuff like that. I want to get some good running shots. We've discovered local, like as much as we love taking videos of comping, we've discovered when that camera comes on, I can't drive anymore. It's like I get the camera, that gate looks awfully pretty. I'm just gonna go plow it, and there's 20 points. Damn, those are long. Okay, so Don't know how this thing works or goes together. Let's see here. So I'm guessing like this. I'm gonna have to Google these pictures real quick. Oh, okay. It clamps down. Yeah, I'm making a nice vacation seat here. Capper axles on an Element Gatekeeper with rooster. That'd be pretty sweet. I like the Gatekeeper cage. I think the Gatekeeper cage looks awesome. I do, and I like the rear trailing arms. I do want to. I know everyone else is kind of doing it too, but I do think IFS on the Gatekeeper would just be awesome. I mean, it would no longer make it super, super capable, but it would look extremely, extremely good. So that I'm thinking about still. Yeah, he has his moments with the camera. Oh man, maybe I'd let him get a career choice like that, and that would work out really well. Okay, so these are the same. We're learning all at the same time right now. Sometimes instructions on how this is actually supposed to mount be really, really convenient. I mean, I will figure it out. I mean, that's how I do things anyway. I just take stuff apart. Hopefully, remember where everything goes. I mean, basically everything's like a puzzle. Everything's gonna fit one place better than it fits the other place. So, oh, those are stuck. Oh, okay. So then this, I'm guessing no. Yes. No. Yes. So then that is backwards. Those go to that side. This is fun. Yeah. Jake at King, Missouri was killing it was having a great start in the second class 3 course. Was pulling a nasty line. Everything was all good. He was all just going smooth. Cleared everything. Dallas turns the camera on, and instantly, nothing. The truck just completely went a direction it shouldn't have went, and landed right onto a gate. So it was like, oh, like instant rejection. Ha. Oh my goodness. That is a tight fit. That is pretty sweet. So, I better put this together first. Okay. Tight fit. I hate being put in this in the spotlight. It makes me nervous. Yes, it is me too. Like, there were several times there. The second course, I was doing great. I was having some awesome winching. I was, I was just doing really good. I was having a good run for myself. And then looked over, and I noticed a lot of people were watching. A lot of people started talking. A lot of people were asking questions, and I instantly just kind of lost half the course. Blah 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 blah. Um, so definitely something I need to work on is getting more comfortable in that situation. I'm guessing, but why not a spacer? Does this fit in here? Ha! No. No, that's not right. That can't be right. Sorry, I'm figuring this all out right now. Should have looked at more pictures before I started, but it is okay. We got this. So yeah, I need to work on that. Just getting comfortable, driving, and being comfortable with people watching. You think doing videos I'd be fine, but I think that makes it worse. By all means, people, I am not a professional whatsoever. Yes, I can build some decent looking trucks, but I'm still doing a lot of the driving and learning myself. So just takes time. Carlos, does anyone else have a Capra? If so, what are the first 3 grades I need to buy? I did a video on it. Wheels and tires. Tires are just good. Little way to, I would do 90mm shocks and brass outer portal covers for the front. Those would be the first 3 things I would buy. The 90mm shocks get your ride height good. Yeah, at least 90 millimeters, and a little bit of weight up front does night and day differences in performance with the Capra. Those would be the first 3 things I would get: tires, shocks, and brass outer portal covers. Instead, I know I'm not one to, brass out a truck, but that brass goes a long way. Actually, it wasn't too shabby. So there's our upper mount. So it's mostly, more support. Making sure that doesn't break off gives it a whole thing. Kenny, we're working on making it Kenny proof. I hope I'm doing you proud. Speaking of, also, Kenny, anyone else local, if you see any stickies pop up for sale, tag me, as I do need a set for Tristan's bomber. Do I have, yeah, I did have that. The best one was that first bonus gate when I swung the truck. I wish, even though I suck at driving a video, I wish that would have been on video somewhere. Swamp Gold here. Would you want a V3 Air 44 with forward motor mount, 15% overdrive, and 1.9 KLRs, or a V3 Capra 3-gear, or CP, yeah, 3-gear with wild overdrive and 1.9 Swampers? Tires would be Voodoos either way. Rather, Capra axles or Air 44s. Voodoo KLRs, 1.9s. 4-wheel steers are going to be awesome. If you're going to run 1.9s, the Capra axles are pretty gnarly on 1.9s. If you're going to run 2.2s, then I would go with AR44s. I mean, if you're going for an ultimate just killer type truck, that V3 KLR 1.9s with a 3-gear with the Team Garage Hack 36% watt overdrive gears is nasty. That was my first G-Speed built, was an axial 3-gear transmission, Capra axles, wild overdrive, 4-wheel steer on 1.9s. It was redunculous. I loved it, except I have to run 2.2s in class 3, so I ditched it for straight axles. Oh, well, fair enough. It is always good to see what everyone else does. I just got lucky with that Capra. That thing had a lot of stuff done to it, and it was very, very good. Traded my built bomber for it, but now I had to start over bouncing wise. Yeah, I wish I would have kept one of my Capra builds myself, or at least the axles and repurpose them later. Kenny, perhaps, yes. Carlos, the Mamba, the 2.6 wheels, those are nasty and gnarly. Not legal in most hill climb events. We found out they are strictly with the 2.2s. Now, if it's open rules, those are some nasty tires. Stickies are still my preferred tire in bouncing stuff like that. So that's just my jam. I like its scale. They look good. the Mambas, Jake runs them. He has them on his Yeti. They're a nasty tire. We actually did a tug of war, King Missouri, and his just dug him a hole. It made his Yeti a literal anchor. The stickies just kept tearing away, but instead it literally dug it a hole, made the whole Yeti an anchor. So that happened. Called it a draw. Mine looked better doing it, so I think I win. Thank you, Kenny. Yes. I know. I think the greens are in stock, so I may just have to do it. Just get some. I would like to be able to squeeze in a few more upgrades on the bomber. I just getting a winch and everything else on his capper and a few other things. Just not going to be able to, and work slowed down pretty significant. So my play budget is dwindled. Yeah, that thing was buried. That thing was completely buried. I'm still digging sand. Before I did the stream tonight, I took this out on the porch and sprayed it with a water hose and hit it with the air compressor, and there's still sand coming out of this thing. Never doing that again. There's sand places should never be. She's a lady. Trying to put AR-60s under capper is absolutely insanity, and I would recommend it to anybody that wants to do it. Our friend Jason Bell has it on his Capra, and it is absolutely ridiculously wicked awesome. It is ridiculously nasty and awesome in every way you can imagine. And especially if you lower the capper a little bit and let those AR-60s really just get that aggressiveness. They look evil. They perform amazing. I would recommend AR-60s on Capra every time. Do I think the Gatekeeper body would work on a G-Speed? It does. Kenny, right below you, has a Gatekeeper swapped into a G-Speed V3 carbon fiber. He cut the rear shock tower off because where the Gatekeeper body and everything sits, you can't use the shock mount. It not works good here unless you do some custom body work, and then I guess sky's the limit there. So he actually cut the rear shock hoop off and got some other, I think they're V1, yeah, they're V1C1 shock hoops, and mounted them in correlation to where they are on the Gatekeeper at this angle, and then it worked good. And everything his has full function. It closes, latches, does the whole nine, and it is a very, very sweet build. And as far as I know, it is still one of a kind. I've not seen another Gatekeeper in a V3 chassis. Now, a swap into like the V1C1 chassis will be a little bit easier because the rear shock hoops are already off, so you can just simply use one of these holes, turn it, drill it, and be done. So it's a super, super awesome. It was really exciting to see him. When he was doing that, he sent me pictures, and I was like, oh no, you didn't, but he did, and it looked awesome. Come on. I guess that's not working. Okay. Ha. One more. Sweet. Upgrade accomplished. Let's see here. Gatekeeper looks so well. Now you want me to build another one? Yeah, build all of them. That's my problem. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I posted the 21 Bronco. I posted it up for grabs, some extra stuff, spare parts build that I have. Just trying to make a little room for other builds. Just like I said, I do enjoy the building part of it as much as driving, if not more than driving sometimes. Custom RC crawl. I do know if the 1080 with a Hack 35 motor and a 3-gear would work better than a Tulo with a Yellow Jacket and Mamba Micro on V3. Better? No. This is going to be personal. I like the Outrunner on the Capra with the 3-gear. Or, sorry. Wait. Oh, Tulo with a Mamba. Okay, so thing is here. Tulo has 30% overdrive. Are you doing overdrive gears in the Capra to get overdrive, or are you just leaving them stock? I mean, the Tulo and 30% overdrive is going to perform good. So that's another thing. So with your wheel speed going from, you're going to lose wheel speed whichever transmission you choose, whether you go with the Tulo or the 3-gear. But if you go with the Tulo, obviously this is the more expensive route with the Tulo and the Yellow Jacket. If you go with the Tulo, now remember, that transmission puts 30% to the front wheels. And you're going to have your recommended gearing for the Tulo would work. So to get your wheel speed back, it's going to be very, very slow. Now, your low speed, slow control is second to none at that point, but you still need some wheel speed at times. So since you already have 30% from your transmission, what I would do is similar to what I did with the R45s. With the Capra, I would put either the mild, which is 24% overdrive, or the wild, 36% overdrive in both front and rear axles, and that gets your wheel speed back to your axles and still retaining the 30% overdrive. Yellow Jacket, 2000 kV, and a Micro Mamba X is my sweet spot. That is one of, if not my favorite combo. That Micro and the Tulo and a Yellow Jacket. That's just, I like it. I like it a lot. That is just a very, very good combo. No, the Class 1 truck, that is my new favorite truck, and it is staying. So, well, I did at least manage one successful, almost pain-free upgrade. Boom. Those are all done. Just got the rear ones to do, and that's it. It's done. Almost makes me sad now. Yeah. Maybe someone will come out with metal drive shafts, and I'll put metal drive shafts in it. Well, it makes me, almost makes me sad. The Rift has definitely been one of my favorite trucks to put together and work on. It is just super, super fun. And is a blast. As weak as I was expecting it to be, and I still see pictures of it, it has been a super reliable truck. I said up until I started doing all the trail upgrades, I had broken 2 lower link rod ends. That was it. And then since then, I mean, obviously I've destroyed a couple servo horns, but got the servo saver for that now. All the links are one piece aluminum, axles are aluminum, knuckles, C-hubs. Well, damn, that'll be pretty good now. I'll put the lockers in at another. Actually, I'm gonna do one locker at a time. I'm gonna do the front first, and then I'm gonna do the rear. So, Steel Legend Gaming, I could probably send through email or find me on Facebook. Oh, yeah, Kitty's on there. If you follow me, see me post there too. Generally, I have a post with Kenny as well. He is local here with me. We pick on each other. He helped send me and Theron down a rabbit hole. Yeah, custom. I mean, either way is a good good choice. I mean, the Ford motor mount and the 3-gear is solid, but then with those, you will have no overdrive. You would have to overdrive to get your wheel speed. Your wheel speed would have to come through changing the gearing on the transmission, pinion, and spur. And to get your overdrive is going to come specifically from changing out the standard ring and pinion or the portal gears. Now, I guess what you could do, there is a third option now, thanks to Voodoo. So you could, they have the 24-8T ring and pinion gear for axial gears, which that's now a 22% overdrive ring and pinion gear, which is a great option for the SCX, any of the AR44 style builds. So you could ring and pinion both front and rear axles to make them spin 22% faster, and then you could leave the rear portal gears stock and overdrive the front portal gears to get your overdrive. I mean, either option is really good. I'm a Tulo fan. I like the Tulo. I like the Team Garage Track transmissions a lot. So, yeah, Tulo, Mamba X, and a Three Brothers RC Yellow Jacket. Take my money. Like, that is just an awesome combo and one of my favorites. Actually, I have to find a new home for another Yellow Jacket I'm working with. I'm getting all kinds of stuff here. Oh my goodness. Whew. That is a. Hold on, sorry. God dang it, stupid thing. Oh my goodness. Am I running a Ford motor mount or too low? Okay. Whew, sorry. Trying to answer questions and stuff. Okay, kind of strange watching you on here. Left through. Yeah, just swing on by. I got some new like in the bottle like screwdriver drink thing. Really delicious. New in the box Tulo EPR sitting on the shelf waiting for home. Tulos on the shelf is always a good thing to have. I'm not gonna lie, it's always good to have extra. Yes, Kenny runs 3 gears in everything, and also the 3 gears with overdrive with the new different options available now from Voodoo. They're good to go. I mean, having a 22% through the ring opinion is huge in my opinion. Jet, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. A little late, it's all good. This is actually the second video tonight. The first one, YouTube crashed the live stream completely, so we had to start all the way over. Nothing much. I did a little bit of mods here and there. Oh, Justin, if you're watching, that's my Vanquish. That's the VS410. So it has the Vanquish VFD transmission in it. No special transmission in that one. My Class 1 has the Ford motor mount, and my Class 3 has the Tulo. That's the T210. Easier to respond over that. Whew. Yeah, that's what I was watching the other one. I missed the Friday Night Live build, but I remember talking about it yesterday during the takeover live stream. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Seems some of the live streams have just been getting weirdly interrupted. Everyone this time has just blamed it on Jay because he called, but I know it wasn't the phone call that crashed it because I get phone calls a lot during the streams. So something just really, really weird. Jet Thomas. Tulo, I like the Tulo I like the 210 more than the Tulo. Both are awesome. I run both, but I do like the 210 more because it is a forward motor mount, so it puts that way forward. Also counts as transfer case points. So 4 points. I get a forward motor mount and I get four scale points for it. So I like it. It is geared, yeah, it's still 30%, but it is geared lower than the Tulo. So wheel speed is something to take into account, stuff like that. So YouTube's had its period lately. That's kind of what I'm getting the vibe from. It seems like everything's just been weird lately. So, sorry, I need to sand the rift. There's just, it's constantly, no matter what I do to it, it's still just going to dump sand out. No, the T210 has standard SCX bolt pattern, has the 4-bolt pattern. So a regular SCX skid is going to do, or if you already have a Tulo skid and want to go to the 210, just order the Vader the Monkey skid, which has, I believe it has the same, because with the Tulo, your rear links are different. Your rear links need to be 9 millimeters longer, or yeah, I think that have to be 9 millimeters longer than normal for that. So just swap this a Tulo transmission skid with a SCX Monkey skid, and you should be good to go. And you can take the T case apart and mirror it and reverse the gear, so you can get it on either side. Or sorry, not the 210. The 210 you can only mount one way. I'm thinking of the Creeper. The Creeper is also the same way. If you do that transfer case, the Creeper is also SCX style. No, Jake, you do not get extra points for the forward motor mount. No, it is the functioning transfer case. Motor mount, no. But most forward motor mounts, other than the ones that bolt to like the standard 3 gear, most of your forward motor mounts are of this style. You're gonna have the motor, a separate piece up here, prop shaft, transfer case. So again, and I mean they have their wins. So smaller profile here. So for like class 1 stuff like that, custom interiors, you have more room for an interior for more scale points. Also, it puts the motor, tucks it in over here, lower, moves it forward. So put weight in a better location, keeping the motor down low. Yes, it has an additional moving part, but that additional moving part is worth 4 points and get you better weight distribution. So I've been wanting to run more T cases, and I finally, this last couple months, I was able to get the T case for that. And the other one going, I'm still needing to get a Creeper, and I will be set. I think this worked. Too low. Capper 3 gear. Yep. Nice. So I'm running Tulo and Capra V3, and then my other V3 is a 3 gear with AR-44s. I mean, both those are solid builds. I mean, sometimes you just can't. And good old 3 gear is just for what it is. They're awesome, and they work with so much stuff. Yeah, 210s are hard to find right now. I wanted to snap one, was posted today for like 185, which was a solid deal, and just can't do it right now. The Turtle Trans out of Facebook is that I saw that. I'm not sure how I feel about that transmission. I need to look at it some more, but I don't know. I know the Team Garage X work for me. I know what they're capable of. I know the quality, so I'm probably just gonna. I'm just gonna stick with Team Garage X transmissions. That's just what I'm gonna do. I love them. They look good. They work amazing. So that's where we're going. What do you want to do with the Class 1 body? Like, paint it or other stuff. I mean, Ford, Chevys, y'all are all. I mean, you guys are both wrong already. I mean, if it's not a Toyota, it's not right. So sorry. Like, you just trying to paint it, or do you want to like cut more? Don't cut more of it off. It's class one. Ralph, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. I don't know what to make of it either. That is the one. That yeah, I'm I'm probably gonna have to pass on that one, especially for the price. I mean, at that price point, you're already up there with good, proven quality transmissions and not kind of a knockoff. So I'm going to support the Team Garjack. I mean, I know it's proven. I know they're worth every penny that I pay for them, so it's okay. Theron, you're cut off. I suppose I should work on your interior later. I'll do that tomorrow. Everything else is done. Yeah, Jet, exactly. At that point, $10 more, you get a 2-low transmission. So that's what I would do. I think I'm gonna have to look at that post again because I saw it when I was just scrolling through. I didn't look at it too much, but man, what would you consider another build on for a V3? Wanting to do anything but haven't decided on it yet. I mean, there's a lot of options. Air 44 is always solid. Element axles are still, and element builds always a good. I've had several fun with several element G-Speed builds. Air 45 portals, Air 45 straight axles, capper axles, which you do have experience with. AR60s. The thing with AR60s, links. Links are a mess with AR60s. That's just how they are. You can get the beef tubes AR44s, which is what I was gonna do because, but I was able to get the AR60s in on trade, so it saved me money. So that's what I did. There's just a lot of options. I mean, I even did Red Cat Wendigo axles. No, I'm not saying that was my best decision of all time. But it can be done, and it was done. Sometimes, I don't know if I should have done it, but I did it. TRX4 axles, again, always solid. It's just kind of really whatever you want to do. Why do they put the little hole on their trucks? They circle mistakes. Yes, they do. Broke down, bought an SCX24. I'm so torn. I'm so torn on an SCX24. Just because, and being fair, we talked about this week, and we all did. We were all crawling. It's like, I don't find them fun to drive. One, because we don't have a whole lot of people, I guess, have them yet. So if we had more people, that would be one thing. But the two I've driven, I don't necessarily have fun driving them. No, I know I'd probably enjoy the build part of it because, again, I do enjoy the build. I just know getting in the 24. I mean, I'd have to get up the Team Garage SX24 chassis. All the goodies available for it. Trio makes a ton of. They make lime green wheels for the SX24, and I want those wheels. I mean, all the parts. I know I'd easily dump 3-4 into it and drive it a couple times every once in a great while. But like I said, it is on the list of potentials. It would be more of a winter build for me. I don't right now. Too many things going on. So it would kind of be one. I might pick up a 24 if I find one local. Pop up for a good price. I'll probably pick one up. Start acquiring parts, and then wintertime maybe turn into a couple weeks. Not like anything like that. Just a couple weeks. Doing the upgrades to it, seeing what I can do out of it. Just because winter will be nice because that'll be a smaller build to do during wintertime and not having to go outside and play with it, I guess. So maybe it's probably going to happen. I don't necessarily want it to happen, but it's probably going to happen. Jake, for interior, do I think I need to get the Ford motor mount to get the full interior? My class one is, here's my class one interior. I have a ghetto dash. I have a piece of Lexan and some foam and some grill tape and 2 aluminum seats. It is as ugly can be, but it is worth 6 points plus the driver, so like 9 points. So it's worth the 9 points. It's just ugly because I don't have that type of skill. I mean, for Crawlapalooza, you're not going to need the interior, so it's definitely something we can worry about before we go to Scale Nationals. I agree. We definitely need to get that addressed before Scale Nationals. Since your windows just bolt out, just unbolt your windows. Don't worry about the side windows. We'll just do Lexan here for the front windshield, and we'll just do a simple, cheap interior like this. If you do like mine, I cut a hole right there. When I had the old transmission, when I had just the 3-gear with the Ford motor mount, the spur gear hit right there, so I just cut a hole for the spur gear to poke through. I mean, transfer case is obviously going to make it easier and more room, but I mean, I like the performance gained by the Ford motor mount and the transfer case. But again, that can be just me. We have plenty of time to worry about your interior before Scale Nationals. You're not going to need one before Crawlapalooza, unless you want to do it before our big event in November for full scale points. Then we can work on something. And Jake, I need the links for Dallas's truck. I have everything. I need the links. I mean, I'll see you this weekend. We're mowing, so bring the links. Put them in your truck so you don't forget them. All right, Zeke, have a good one. Catch you next time. Now that I'm back from my trips and stuff, so I should be good. We should be getting this back on a regular weekly basis again. Just a little bit. Like I said, last week I was at Temper Training. We were at the Supra training at the regional facility, so I was out doing training on that. So I was in KC for 4 days for that. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, I have 2 Great Danes and the Husky, so they don't like the RC cars as it is, let alone one they can literally fit in their mouth hole. Don't think that would be a good time. And yes, Jake, I do want to do a TF2. I want to do a leaf spring truck. I would not trade my Vanquish way for it, but I would probably let one of the other ones go for like a nice leaf TF2 or the 4Runner TF2, and then swap that body over to it and put my PS410 body back on the Pro. Steve, which do you prefer, straight axles or portals? I find this to be the biggest. It is a personal preference program. Personal preference. For comping, I do prefer straight axles. Especially, I mean, they may not have the clearance that portals do in some instances, but I have a winch that can pull me straight over those. Whereas the portal, yes, can get you over that obstacle, but then the portals can lose your side hill. And sometimes your winching might not save you on certain side hill positions. Now, winching, in my opinion, winching can be an art. If you go back and watch some of these Scale Nationals videos from this year at some of the winching and the courses, some of those winches were straight gnarly. And then if you also look, class one, was it if across classes 1, 2, and 3, top 5 each, was it 3 or 4 portal trucks out of the top 15? I could be wrong on that. That was the number I read. I know class 1 there was 1 portal truck. Class 2, I think there was 1. In class 3, I think there was 1. I think it was a Capra axle build. But straights just, in my opinion, they do better. Now, my class 2, I am experimenting. I am trying the AR45 portals again. I had them in a V3 build just to trail around with, but then I parted it out. So I do want to see, now that more stuff has came out for the Air 45s and stuff like that, I am trying them again in the Class 3 or in the Class 2 truck. So we'll see how it is. My local area and also your area is huge. If you have some gnarly rocks and gnarly breakovers, portals are probably going to be a favorable axle. They're going to have that clearance to come up over the obstacle and pull the truck up and over. Our area is very friendly to portals. Portals do very, very good on our local terrain. But straight axles can too. They make up for clearance in several other areas. Uh, yes, Carlos is there. Depending on your axle, like your capper axles or your 10-3 axles, changing the gear ratios with the portals is super easy, and cheaper for overdrive options. Straight axles, suspension does work better with straight axles. I think it's easier to tune and find that sweet spot with a straight axle. Now, like I said, there are options out there: overdrive with transmissions, overdrive with your ring and pinion, overdrive with the portal gears. So again, I think personal preference is a big part of it. Like I said earlier this year, I started my Class 1 build completely over. I stripped down and used a VS410 Ultra as my Class 1 donor. Swapped everything over. I ran it for a better part of the year, but then I was not happy with the side hill abilities and stuff of it. So I changed and I went back to built Air 44s and immediately better. And it works. I know the truck can work. My driving, not so much, but I know the truck can do things. I know the truck is super capable. And the more I drive, the more capable I and the truck will get. So, um, again, work in progress, taking my time. I'm not, I'm not a superior driver by any means. I'm decent on a good day. When I'm in the zone, I can drive really good, but it takes time. Instead, I'm a builder, not a driver, but I can drive decent when I want to, when I can. Kenny, you got a Betty though. I would probably just let the Betty sit on the shelf because it's a Betty. Ralph, no, I have not seen any of the negative chassis. I think I might have seen a post, but I didn't think too much of it. Um, I I run G Speed chassis. Yeah, no, the Bettys, you have to find them used, and they go for a considerable amount of money. I should have bought one. Like, honestly, I should have bought that 24 just to have that 24 and that piece of history, but I failed. I should have, and I didn't. Oh, goodness. Oh, drama on Facebook. Hold on. I need some drama action. Oh. Kenny, there's a Volkswagen Bus 1/10 little, like, Maestro RCVW bus for sale. That body would be sweet. Yes, the VW thing would be pretty sweet. Okay, sorry. Someone offered to buy the TRX4 Bronco, so I was responding right now. Just if it works. Yes, if it works, why change things? Jet. I just made my second purchase. Finished up the body. Just got the creep body paint. BSL X900. In the work servo. Yes. Drive gears. Nice, nice. Everything's looking good. need the VDOT. Do they make oil shocks for the 24? I think someone does. I want to say Trio might. I know there are several shock options out there now. So, and yeah, I know there are several shock options out there now for the 24. So I believe you are correct. Oh, come on. Stupid internet. I like how sometimes you log on to a website and Chrome just decides it doesn't want the website to work anymore. It's like only on certain websites, Chrome's like, you know what? I don't want them to load right now. Oh, come on. Okay, yes, Trio does a team associated with a whole new lineup. Well, yes, I heard something about that. They were coming out with a new lineup oil and stuff like that. The 3D, the Saddlebag Better Trade. No, I have not seen that. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'd already responded to that. Bad. But anyways, well, fortunately, sorry that it kind of split into 2 live streams today. Thank you, YouTube. So I'm gonna have to go in and fix some of that other stuff in there. But for the most part, like I said, you keep following along. I'll got some more updates. I want to try to knock out this weekend a video going over Crawlapalooza, the rules listed on the Crawlapalooza page, and just each truck that I'm using for all the events. And also it was mentioned, want to do a video on just general circle points. I know some people are confused on like scale points, like what items count for what. So I could do a base video on that. I won't go super detail on like cage work and stuff like that because I'm not all good there on all the cage work rules and stuff like that. So, but I can do a basic one. Maybe like a hunting for scale points video, just show you all my trucks, or not all my trucks, but show you what I've done for points on the trucks, stuff like that. Oh, yes, Mike, I just saw the messenger. I'm getting to that as soon as we're done here. I'll try to get some measurements tonight or tomorrow. As soon as I'm done, I will get those measurements for you because, yes, definitely need to get that going. And yes, it is night time here as well because I am kind of wore out for the day. But anyway, more to come. Stay tuned. Hope everyone has a good one out there. Until next time, everyone, have a great one. Again, be good out there. Next Thursday, we'll get the live streams back on a um, regular basis, and hopefully no more YouTube crashing. So everyone, hope you all have a good night.